All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's up, guys? It's Pick'em with HuddleGG, and in today's video, we're going to be going over one of the ways we're blocking one of the most popular blitzes in the game year in and year out, and that's DB Fire 2 out of the dollar formation. We're also going to be showing you where you can find additional setups to blocking this blitz, and later in the video, we'll be showing one of the most overpowered plays in the game against this play, and you don't want to miss that. Now, with that being said, let's hop into this, and we're actually going to be showing you how we're blocking this without blocking any additional players like a running back or a tight end, right? So how can we block this with just our offensive line? Now, what we're going to do here is we're actually going to come out in a 5-wide play, because with 5 wide, obviously we don't have those extra blockers available. Now, what the defense is going to do is they're going to base a line and press most of the time for their setup, okay? Now, what they're trying to get here is they're trying to get one of our offensive guards to show to the middle, and if they get that, one of the slot corners is going to have a 2-on-1, right? You can see here with the alignment, the guards both need to kick out and get those defensive ends, which would allow our tackles to kick out and get the blitzing corners off the edge. Okay, it's not going to always happen that way, and that's what can be frustrating because they're only sending 5 and we're blocking 5, but due to the alignment, that's why this is working so consistently in the game. Okay, so again, if we call hike here, what you'll see is a lot of times we're going to get this guy coming around the edge just because our guards are not able to get out there wide enough. And what you're going to see a lot of times as well is one of those guards is going to try to double down on that nose tackle, which creates that 2-on-1 to the outside. Okay, now how can we block this? All right, so how can we block it again without blocking those extra people, right? So what we're going to do, it's actually a really easy setup for us as an offensive player, and all we need to do is we need to ID the mic on the D tackle that's over the center. Okay, now what we found is when we do this and ID this guy, our guards spread out better and attack the slot, or they attack the defensive ends better, which allows those tackles to attack those slot blitzers much more consistently. Okay, so again, we want to ID the mic on this nose tackle right over the center, and that's all we need to do. Now, when we do this, you do want to make sure you step up into the pocket, okay? If you're backing up a bunch in the pocket, you're not going to be able to pick this up no matter what you do, because those blitzers off the edge are just going to be able to beat your tackles, okay? So again, you got to give your line a chance and step up in the pocket, okay? So again, we're going to ID the mic on that D tackle, and what you'll see here is our team is now going to widen out, pick this up, and give us the time that we need to throw this ball down the field. Okay, so if we go to the replay here, you're going to see exactly what we're seeing and exactly what we're trying to create here. And again, what we're looking at is our 2 offensive guards. Okay, these are the most important people on this play when we're running this. Okay, so when we ID that D tackle, neither of them are going to go to double team him. You see how our offensive guards immediately get out to those defensive ends? You see how they immediately fan out and go to attack those defensive ends? That's exactly what we're looking for here, okay? So again, all we're doing is we're IDing the mic on that defensive tackle. Now, what you see, again, those guards are going to attack those defensive ends, which allows our tackles to shuffle their feet, get to the outside, and pick up these slot corners off the edge. Okay, so you see here, we have a 1-on-1, we have a hat on a hat, which is the goal anytime we're setting up any blocking in this game, right? I can't promise you there's not going to be a shed. I can't promise you there won't always be a disengage at times, no matter what blitz we're trying to pick up. But if we can get a hat on a hat and we can get our 5 offensive linemen to target the 5 people that they're blitzing, that's what we need, and that's what we're trying to set up. And you can see here, we're now able to navigate this pocket, step away from that D tackle who's winning his rush angle, and we're able to throw this ball and make our read down the field that we need to. Now, before we get into one of, if not the most overpowered plays in the game, I want to mention our Meta Buster over at our website at HuddleGG, and that's where you're going to be able to find additional setups to blocking this blitz. Now, our Meta Buster is something that we look at throughout the year of the metas that we're finding in the game and what we're facing the most, and we really start to show you how to attack them, whether it's attacking that style of a defense or whether it's how to stop a specific meta style of an offense. Okay, so again, this is part of our membership over at HuddleGG, But again, there are tons of videos in there to help you against the things that you're seeing on a day in and day out basis. So make sure you go over to HuddleGG to check that out today. Now, with that being said, let's hop into what we believe is one of the most overpowered plays against Dollar, especially DB Fire 2, and it doesn't matter if they pinch the line or they don't, okay? And what we're going to be doing is we're doing this out of double stack here, and we're going to be doing RPO read FL screen, okay? This is in the spread playbook, but it also is in the Eagles, and it is scattered throughout a few playbooks in this game. It's a very, very effective play at attacking this specific blitz because, again, they're going to be base aligning and pressing, okay? Now, if they're not crashing that line or pinching that line down, what you're going to see is we have this read option and this pass option here above the players, right? You see that R and the P. The R is the read option key. So again, if he crashes down, we keep it with the quarterback. If he stands up, we hand it off to the running back, okay? So if he stands up and they're in this spread alignment here, we're just going to be able to hand this ball off and take it up the middle for some easy rushing yards time and time again, right? It's going to be the easiest read that we have here if that's the case, right? So you see here, again, if we see this guy, again, he stands up. You see how he shuffles his feet and stands up here. We're just going to hand that off. And now we have 5 on 3 or 5 on 4 up the middle. And we're just able to navigate that. And again, pick up some nice, easy yards in the run game. Okay. Now, if they set this up again, and let's say that guy crashes down, right? But he crashes down. Now we need to look to that outside player. Okay. So if he crashes down, and let's say that this guy here is going to go out to the flat to take care of our screen, we now are able to keep it with the quarterback, right? So again, we're going to look at that R icon first. If he crashes down, we keep it with the quarterback, and now we're able to get in here. Make sure you slide with your quarterback so you're not taking any unnecessary fumbles throughout the game, okay? Now, where this play gets really awesome against DB Fire 2 is when they start to crash that and pinch that line down. Okay, so what you're going to see a lot of people do is they're like, I'm tired of giving up that inside zone and that inside run, so we're going to pinch the line. Now, when they pinch the line, I want to show you what happens to the R icon and the P icon, okay? When they pinch this line down, the R icon goes to that slot defender, okay? Once we get this, we can throw this screen to be pretty much every play we want, okay? The reason being is that slot corner is never going to play out there to that screen, okay? The reason being is he's playing the read option of this play, right? He's not playing the pass in any way. He is the one defender that has to decide, I'm playing the quarterback or the running back. Those are his only two options, okay? So when we run this here, again, we'll even man this guy up, right? So let's man this guy up to the B receiver, right? So you see he's manned up out here to the screen. It does not matter. If he stands up, we're still going to throw it right at him, and I'll show you exactly what I mean here. Again, if we see that R icon over that slot defender's head, even if he stands up, we can still wait, throw that. We have this stack screen over here to the side, and we pick up an easy 10 yards. And again, we can do this time and time again. It does not matter what coverage that guy is in once they pinch this line. Again, we manned this guy up to the B receiver, right? And it looks like he's going to be out here to cover it. But as soon as we go to throw, you can see he crashes down because his job here is actually the quarterback on the read option keeper. Okay, so that's how we're attacking this play here. And like I said, it does not matter. I'll even show you. I'll put a 5-yard hard flat out there, or a 5-yard curl flat here to show you, or 0 actually. We'll do a 0-yard curl flat just to show you that you can throw this time and time again. It does not matter what zone or what coverage this guy is in over here. So again, that purple we do have set to 0-yard depth, but as long as we can get that R icon on that player, it does not matter. We are able to wait, pause, and throw this every time because, again, his coverage adjustment at that point is completely irrelevant to this play. So again, make sure you add this play and the blocking scheme to your offense because, again, you're going to be able to, one, pick up this blitz when you're running other style of concepts, but you're also able to use this play over and over and over and attack them and really start to force your opponent into getting into a different defense that's more favorable to you as the offensive player.